So it's Tuesday, what's the date? April 27th. Remember, there is no Zoom on, if you have me Wednesday after 12 o'clock on, so that's fourth and seventh period. There is no Zoom, okay? And there's no Zoom on Thursday, Friday, or Monday, the 3rd, I believe, because I'm going out of town. I'm going to Florida. All of your work will be in modules, and the videos that you need to watch will be in modules. Friday, there is no video because that's the quiz, and you should know how to, you should have mastered the concepts during the week, okay? If you have not, make sure you watch those videos before you take the quiz on Friday, okay? All right, so these are the Teks for today. Don't write all the words down, you just write these Teks down. If you know that these are sums that you struggled on, 6.8 A and B and C and D, okay? And then 6.4 H. 6.8 A, B, C, and D, 6.4 H. So write those down. And look at your email and you'll get the reference for each Tek. All right, so these are just a few concepts I'm gonna go over, and then I'm gonna let you just do your assignment. So remember, the angles in a triangle, you have to remember this. Angles equals 180 degrees in a triangle, okay? That's the magic number. So 100 plus 29 equals 129 degrees. And to find the missing, that's angle G, you subtract 180 from 129 and you get 51. I believe that's correct. Let me know if I'm incorrect, but I believe it's 51. Okay, so the missing, so angle G equals 51 degrees. So the missing angle was 51 degrees, okay? But the key point here is 180 degrees are the angles in a triangle, the total. All right, this is another key concept I had to review with my first period. They totally forgot this. So if you have a triangle, okay, let me just see if I can explain it a little bit better. So if you have a triangle, right, and one side is 5 feet, one side is 4 feet, and the last side is 82 cents feet. It's 8200ths, right? 8200ths because 82 pennies. Oh, there we go. Okay, so when you have a triangle like that, you have to take turns now, adding the sides. So do these two sides, is it greater than that side? Okay, the third side, okay? Then you'll add these two sides. Are these two sides greater than that side? And then you'll add these two sides. Are those two sides greater than the third side? So all you're doing, guys, is taking two numbers at a time and you're adding them to see if they're greater than the third side. If they are, if that's true, then it is a triangle, okay? So you have to add the lengths two at a time to see if they're greater than the third length. Do that for every two numbers. Every number gets a chance to be with the other number, okay? So the sum, this is a lot of words, but this explains it. The sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. So you check the sums to see if the given side lengths can be formed into a triangle. So the sum of 5 and 4 is 9, which is greater than 82 cents feet. The sum of 5 and 82 cents is 582, which is greater than 4. So far, we're looking at a triangle because it's greater than the third side. But the sum of 4 and 82 cents is $4.82, but it's less than 5 feet. So because that one group of numbers, it didn't work, this is false. Since not all the sums are greater than their respective third sides, the given side lengths cannot be formed into a triangle. So this is not a triangle, okay? Because every two groups of numbers was not bigger than the third, and this was evident right there. So I really need you guys to understand this concept. I promise you, you will have a question like this on your final. All right, so I'm just gonna quickly go through these. I need you to use your star chart. Okay, star chart. So the area of a parallelogram, what's the formula? Okay, does anyone know the formula? Hold on one second. Let me get my formula chart because I don't have these memorized either. Okay, I have one right here for my first period. So the star chart says the area of a parallelogram is going to be area equals base times height. Remember, guys, height is always straight up. The height of a parallelogram is the perpendicular distance between either of the two sides of parallel sides. So it connects these two sides, okay? And it's straight up and down. It does not bend. The height is always straight up. When you go to the doctor's office, they tell you, get your head against the wall and your feet, the back of your feet. Stand up straight and tall, right? So the height is straight up and tall, okay? That's gonna be your H, all right? And your base is always flat. Okay, so guess what? You don't need this number here. So this is your base, this is your height. And what does it tell you to do? Multiply them. So the height is 3, not 3.1, okay? Next, trapezoid. So this is the formula for a trapezoid. Now remember, some students in my other class, they told me, Miss Simmons, we want to do it the other way. So if you want to use a different formula, that's okay. Watch this. 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. So it's so much easier to do area equals base plus base, cut that in half, and then multiply that by the height. Or you can have area equals base plus base, multiply that by the height, and divide the whole thing by 2. Only divide by 2 one time. Only cut it in half one time, okay? That's very important, you know that. So if we look at the diagram, once again, height is straight up and down. So that's your height. It connects your two bases. Your bases are straight, 6.6, 5.8. You add them, you multiply by the height, and you cut it in half. Got it? So you can use this formula, you can use this formula, or you can use this formula, okay? Whichever one's easier for you. Volume, I love volume, because guess what? They gave me 3 numbers. I'm gonna multiply them, and that's it. No cutting in half, no dividing. You just multiply 15 times 11 times 4, and you have your answer. So that's for volume. Look for rectangular prism and the volume of a rectangular prism. Okay, if it tells you it's a prism, which you can see it because it's 3-dimensional or whatever, then you know it's a volume of a rectangular prism. But it'll usually tell you, okay? But that means you just multiply length times width times height. The area of a trapezoid, so we did this already, but I wanted you to see a different way that the trapezoid is formed. So guess what? Even though it's now horizontal, this is still your height because it connects your two bases. Your bases are flat. So you add your two bases, you multiply, this is your height, and you don't even need that. And then don't forget to cut it in half. So even though it looks different because it's tilted, I still need you to understand how to find your height, your two bases, and what you need to do from there, okay? All right, number 3 from today. Pay attention, and this will be it for today. This particular length does not have a measurement, so please write this down. Number 3 is going to be 4.5 inches. Okay, so you're going to need that to be able to answer the question correctly. Number 3 on today's assignment, the long line is 4.5 inches. All right, and that's it for today. So good luck on the assignment, and thank you.